Is this good?
First of all, it's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, man.
So, how are you enjoying Dubai?
I love Dubai. I grew up in a place called Arizona in the USA. It's desert. It's very hot and dry.
Like Saudi Arabia.
You know what? There was a family from Saudi Arabia who used to rent the house next door to mine growing up in the summertime. Because it was too hot in Saudi Arabia, so they would come to Arizona where it was still really hot, and that's where they would vacation. And it was just funny that they didn't pick somewhere else.
Hot in
but
Saudi
growing
Arabia,
up, man, some of my best friends were from Saudi Arabia, and it was every summer they would move in like June and move out in September. It was kind of awesome. But I came out, stepped out of the airport, and I breathed in all the dust into my lungs, and I was like, this feels like home. It felt great, man.
Cool, man. So, have you been inside Comic-Con?
Yeah, we were just inside, met a bunch of the fans, signed some autographs, and got to walk around a little bit. I mean,
how'd you like it?
This is great. The Middle East Film and Comic-Con is huge, and it's great, and people are traveling from all over to come here, and it's really cool to see this thing growing.
On that note, would you come next year to Saudi Comic-Con?
Yeah, I would go to Saudi Arabia in a heartbeat.
Cool.
I'm gonna go find my friends from my childhood.
It would be great to have you,
Majid, and I couldn't say the other kid's name when I was a kid, and I don't remember his name, but I just called him AJ. It was like Abdul. His second name was something else that I couldn't pronounce, so I just called him AJ. And they were just like, okay.
So you grew up around Saudi people?
Yeah. I grew up influenced by many cultures.
Nice. So are you a gamer? Have you ever played games or been into games?
No, I'm really into games. I have a very addictive personality when it comes to video games.
Okay, so like, what's your best game you've ever played?
I like that game Portal. Have you played Portal?
Yeah, I've played it.
It's like one of those games you sit on the couch and you think, I'm just gonna kind of slap my brain in neutral and just kind of like breeze through this. The next thing you know, you're on the edge of your seat, like doing math puzzles and everything, trying to figure out how to get from one side to the other, and it's addictive, man. And I love that. I like playing. My mind's blanking. This is where the jet lag's setting in. Call of Duty.
Yeah, Call of Duty.
Call of Duty. That's always fun. Black Ops and that sort of thing. Yeah. You know, video games are fun, and it's awesome.
So, if I may ask, are you coming back to Rick's group anytime soon?
Well, that I don't know. That remains to be seen. I mean, the last we saw Eugene, he fully pledged his allegiance to Negan.
Yeah.
To Rick's face. I don't know that he is running back to Rick's group so quickly. It's definitely a scary place to be for the character, someone who is so scared that he has to say that to Rick, the people who have kept him alive for so long.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you know, Eugene's the type of guy who he cares about his own survival first. And he just wants to keep living. So, you know, I definitely understand that. I understand why the fans are upset at him. For me as an actor, I kind of love it because it's interesting and it gets people talking. You know, I get people screaming. Social media, people are like, "I hate you," and I'm like, "Why do you hate me or do you hate Eugene?" And they're like, "Both of you." I'm like, that logic makes zero sense.
People can't separate between real
life.
Yeah.
What is going on? You know I'm not Eugene. You were even asking me about the Eugene voice earlier, and it's like, but people can't separate that sometimes. But at the same time, that's fun. It's exciting that the fans care about it that much to go to those lengths.
Cool. So, a question relating only to Eugene's character, not you.
Okay.
Not to be mad or anything.
Thank you for separating. Continue.
Why are you such a wuss on the show?
Eugene is a wuss, isn't he?
He is, man.
I think that he. I mean, look, he's a smarty pants.
Yeah, he is.
Right? His intelligence is his greatest asset. He doesn't have the physical skills to keep himself alive. That's why he has to align himself with someone like Abraham or Rick's group or Negan. Okay? So he does all that, and he's a wuss. And I think he sees someone strong like Abraham dying at the hands of Negan, and he thinks, how am I a survivor?
Yeah.
Like he was getting to a point that he thought, okay, I could do this. And then that confidence was snatched from him.
Yeah.
But then to see that brutality happen to a survivor like Abraham, he's like, I couldn't keep fooling myself. And that's why he's scared. That's why he's aligned himself with
So he's more of a realistic guy than
yeah. I mean, he's not, look, if the apocalypse came down to it, I would be one of the first to go, but you know what? I would have the confidence of going, I got this, and then I would die immediately, I'm sure. Eugene says, I know I need help. I know I'm a wuss.
It's because of his brain.
His brain. He gets it.
Yeah, he gets it.
They Negan's wives called him a coward. They go, you're such a coward. He goes, that's a correct assessment. He knows it.
He knows it, yeah.
He owns it.
So, heading to the last question.
Okay.
Is your character dying anytime soon on the show?
Look at you trying to get spoilers, man. This, I honestly don't know, man. He's not in a good place, I'll tell you that. And, you know, we could die at any minute.
So moment. He might die.
He might die, but anybody could die on this show.
But anybody, moment, anybody could die.
But I will say, like I said, you know, he's not in a good place, and you know, I would hope my time on the show continues. But if it comes to an end, you know, it's been a good run.
Yeah,
let's move on.
So it's been a great interview with you.
You were great.
Thank you, man. Thank you for everything.
You're adorable.
Thank you, man.
Thank you, man.
Thank you. All good?